the intention here is we're going to be offering training and a presentation on royalty marketing. So Richard will be going over, Richard Layler. So we do have two British celebrities in the room.
Well, mate.
Guten Tag. Ich kann nicht sprechen, wie du es sehr gut.
Ja, keine Ahnung.
I guess I was wrong, they're German.
Yeah, we're German.
Come on in here, have a seat.
Sauerkraut.
Because I'm going to be up here. Yeah, there's a seat right here.
You're going to stand for an hour?
So anyways, the point is, Christy and I come together. We're basically, she's got her marketing company, I got mine. And this platform is great for marketing companies, okay? And we'll go into that. But we're going to be, this is the launch of the Expanse launch here today. And we are going to be having weekly events here, like this. One will be like a presentation like we're going to do. Another one is going to be a training on different marketing aspects, such as email campaigns, such as websites and landing pages, such as other aspects that anybody needs for marketing. We will do it right here, hands-on, rather than going to a webinar. So Richard, I met Richard about a year and a half ago. And when I saw his platform, his marketing platform, the royalty platform, and it just made a whole lot of sense for me, because I do marketing, to be able to offer that to other companies and businesses under my umbrella. And if I can do it, other marketing companies can do it too. Go ahead.
So he's referring to marketing companies. However, this is not just for marketing companies,
Correct.
It's for all businesses. If you have a small business, it doesn't matter what the industry is, this is a platform that would be well suited for you. He's concentrating on marketing people because
True.
it works really well for marketing companies to be able to offer to their clients. But I want to make that clarification that it's a very good platform for your individual business.
For even roofing companies and anything. So bottom line, I'm just saying about my viewpoint of why I got involved is I'm able to offer it to any business of any kind, whether it's a fitness instructor, a roofing company, doesn't matter. So I'm going to introduce Richard here, Richard Layler, and he basically has a group called Gem Junkies. And hey there, how you doing? We have a seat right here if you like. And so I'll let you tell more about yourself and how this progressed. And I'm just going to let you take it from here, Richard.
Okay, cool.
Let's welcome Richard.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, again, my name's Richard Layler. I'm from across the pond, like my friend over there. Been here since 1996. Before that, I was trying to make things work in the UK. I couldn't make it work over there. But here, if you have an English accent, you're special, right? You're special. You get appointments more readily. And I started a business over here, which we started in 1996, sold it in 2004. Had to sell it. I was just like dying, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. We made a few $1 million, which was great, but it cost me a marriage, cost me everything. The money was great, life sucked. So I was looking for something a little bit different. I bought a few Dickie's barbecue restaurants. Talk about jumping from the pot into the fire, or what is it, pot into the fire? Yeah, that's right. Because I thought we bought enough of them that I'd be able to have someone manage them for me, but that wasn't the case. And I'd also started a residual company. I'm an ambient energy guy. I don't really like those types of businesses. I've never really been that type of guy, but I ran it like a business. Instead of it being a face-to-face thing, I ran it much more like a business. That became very successful. I have a few thousand people in my team now, and I have a residual income from that, and I have a much easier life. Now I have all my time back. I don't make as much as I used to, but I have all my time, and at my age, trust me, that's worth a lot more than the money. That being said, so I'm an ambient guy, I have an energy business. So I was looking for ways to get more customers. At the end of the day, I need more customers, my team needs more customers, and we all need more customers. And so I was looking for something. I got introduced to the royalty technology. Back when I saw it, it was a lot different than it is now, and it has progressed quite considerably. And now this platform gives me a good, solid marketing platform where I can build leads, that I can then at some point convert into customers, because obviously not everybody's buying today, they're buying next week, next month, next year. The platform makes sure I'm in front of them when they're ready to buy, not when I'm desperate to sell. And it's become very successful. I'm also an affiliate for the business, so if I share the business with other people, then I get a little thank you for doing that as well. So I have the two businesses running concurrently. I love them both. They're both awesome businesses, and they're both residual, and I really like that. So that kind of segues into the presentation. This is I'm going to race through it a little bit, but I may jump past a couple of slides because we're a bit limited on time, and certainly kind of kick me if we're getting a little short on time. If we can hold questions to the end, that'd be great, because again, in the interest of time. But so let's get going. So bottom line, like myself, you know, if we're a small business owner, I'm pretty sure that everybody in here is a small business owner, a solopreneur, a network marketer like myself and like a couple of other people in the room, or you're in a partnership, a small business, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people. The one thing we need more than anything else is more customers. We just need more customers. And there's good news and bad news, and I kind of referred to that just a second ago. The bad news is I don't care what your product is, I don't care what your service is, I don't care what you do today, right now, at this very second. The number of people who are looking to buy your product is very small, very few. How many in here is looking to switch their electricity today? Today, right now. Right. Does that mean I don't have a business? No, it means that at some point next week, next month, next year, 2 years from now, you will be. My job is to make sure I'm in front of you when you're ready to switch, and that's why we need to do marketing. The good news is that at some point they will be buying a product. No matter what you do, at some point, as long as it's, you know, a good product and you offer a good service and this type of thing, they will be looking. It's just not necessarily today. And so this is what we do right now. This is what we're doing. We get dressed, we hustle for the sale today, we go to meetings, we meet people, we're constantly networking. You know, realtors will wear their badge, hopefully someone's looking to buy a house, right? This is what we do. We're hustling constantly. It's stressful, it's hard to grow, and it's difficult to forecast ahead. As one-man bands, one-woman bands, it's a very difficult world to live in, because if we're looking for people who are looking to buy today, right, that's a very small pond. You've got one little fishing rod in it, and you're swimming and you're fishing in that pond, whereas there's a whole ocean of people who at some point will buy. We just need a bunch of rods in there, and at some point that will get a bite on that rod. The good news is there is a better way, and big companies have been doing it every day. Whilst we go out and we do sales, whilst we go out and do what we do, Apple do that. So that people come to them, people walk in the door. We go out to find our customers. Apple have people going to them. I bought my Apple here. I didn't have an Apple guy come and knock on my door and say, hey, you want to buy an Apple? Or turn up at meetings like this and say, hey, you want to buy an Apple? No, I was already sold an Apple. I went to them. There's a little bit of hustle in here, but it's usually, should I buy this model or should I buy that model? What we need to do is this. We need to have people coming to us, and that's marketing. There's a saying I heard the other day. It's Dan someone who said it, that if marketing is done properly, then the sale is superfluous. No one had to sell me on that. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what we need to do in our business. And that's what we need to learn to do. So not only do we fish in that little pond for sales today, we're going to get sales today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, because we're going to grow up, we're going to mature our business, we're going to mature our one-man band, one-woman band to be able to behave like the big companies. Because that's what we do. Beginning of the month, we've got mortgages, we've got bills, we've got all of this sort of stuff. We sharpen our spear and we go out for the kill. We go out and find something that's going to feed our family. Sometimes there's something out there, sometimes there isn't. That's what I mean by being stressful. We need to do something more like this. Bring the animals to us, put a cage around them, breed the animals, plant seeds, and we'll have a farm. Now, day one of the farm, you're looking at it going, well, my fields are empty and there are no cows in the fences there, but over time it will grow. That will feed you every day, every year, every week, every month, rather than having to do this all the time. That's what we're going to be doing. And the good news is digital marketing. If we've got one of these, or a computer now, we can get online and we can market as good as the big boys. We can look as good as Apple. We can deliver a message as good as Apple can. It has absolutely leveled the playing field so we can look like the big companies. The only problem is that only 1% of small businesses actually use digital marketing. That blew my mind. Because when I'm on Facebook, I see people advertising all the time, and I'm thinking, wow, everybody's doing this except me. No, it's just 1% of people. Most of us don't do it, because it's hard. There's Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube, blogging, message bots, SMS marketing, ClickFunnels, and the list goes on and on and on. Every one of them, you need to learn about them. You need to learn how they all work together and work together And I don't have the time to learn how to do that. I also don't have the money to pay someone else to do that. I'm busy running my Ambit business. You know, you guys are busy running your businesses. We don't have time to do that. So we go back to doing this. And that's why, even though digital marketing has been around for 15 years, networking groups and mixers and this type of thing are growing bigger and bigger than ever. Why is that if we've got access to this? It's because it's hard to do, until now. Introducing the Royalty Platform, the first all-in-one digital marketing platform powered by artificial intelligence. And I'm going to cover that artificial intelligence. In fact, we had a massive release yesterday of some more artificial intelligence stuff, which was incredible. I'll talk about that real quick. Bottom line is digital marketing made simple. You know those black and white books, Digital Marketing for Dummies? That's what this is. But we haven't compromised on the quality. The quality is all still there. It's just put together so that the other 99% of us can use it, which is important to me. So let's break it down. There's basically 5 main components of the platform. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm going to go through them in a second. But at the end of the day, if you have one of these, and I'm assuming everybody in the room has got one of these, whether it's an Apple or an Android, or you've got a laptop like this, or a desktop, again, Apple, or a PC, you can literally look and market as good as the big boys. You can be literally right here, right now. I can create a full marketing campaign, everything from start to finish, right here on my phone if I need to do that. So let's break it down. Let's talk about the ad pin initially. The ad pin is the first part of the program. Although there's no linear aspect to this, you can start anywhere in the program. The bottom line, this is going to go out there and it's going to go and find people. Come on, catch up. There we go. This is going to go out there and attract people who you don't know. It's going to let people know about your service, know about your offerings and this type of things. And this is people who you don't know, and this is how it works. If this is something you're interested in, and by the way, this is not a sales pitch, this is a show and tell. By the way, who in here is in royalty already? Wow, okay, cool. Awesome, good deal. Basically, if this is something that's of interest to you, you can do this on your phone or you can do it on your laptop. You get an app, if you're going to do it on your phone. In there, you get an ad editor. I put an ad together and I put a little campaign together for a realtor, specifically because everybody knows what a realtor does. There's nothing confusing there. Where they sell houses and they list houses, and that's pretty much it. I know some of them get more involved in that, but this is nice and easy. We can create an ad for a realtor right here. We just type in Highland Park property, open house this weekend, and we're not talking about anything difficult. We're talking about this. If you're under 35, this, if you're over 35, right? Literally, that's all you need to do. Drop in the photographs, you drop in a, God, it's me, everybody's calling me right now. They must know I'm in a presentation. We drop in a photograph, both rectangular and square, and I'll explain why we do that in just a second. But here's the sexy part. This is the really cool part. You touch on that button right there, and that opens up a GPS map, and that's a worldwide GPS map. And I can drop a pin on that map anywhere. I can drop it right over this building, right over the next town, the next county, the next country. I could literally drop a pin right over my mum's house. I could drop a pin in Japan. Around that pin, I can then draw a circle, which can be either half a mile all the way up to 500 miles. I really like the small circle, and again, I'll explain why that is in a second. It sounds counterintuitive, but it means I can be really hyper-targeted. But I've created my ad, I've dropped my pin, I've slid my slider here to dictate the size of the circle, and now I'm broadcasting. And now the people within the area of that circle can receive that ad on their iPhones, Androids, tablets, desktops, or laptops on the social media that they're looking at, or the general apps. And what I mean by that, there's over 1 million apps, by the way. Facebook, Instagram, BuzzFeed, USA Today, CNN, Fox 4, you name it, over 1 million different apps. And we created the ad one time. By the way, that's why we do a rectangular image and a square image. Because if it goes on Facebook, it's rectangular. If it goes on Instagram, it's square. You create the ad one time, and it puts the right information in the right spots, and it does it all for you. You create it one time, it does it all across the board for you. And if you've done any advertising on Facebook and Google, they're all different. They're all different. With this, again, it's for the 99% of us, so all we need to do is type it in, push send, and all the hard work's done behind the scenes. So let's look at this girl here right now. She's looking to get married in the summer, okay? She's excited about getting married in the summer. She's looking at this particular house, but she's not a customer today, right? She's not looking today. She's looking down the line. So she sees this this happens to be on Facebook, and this is what the ad would look like, just like a Facebook ad. If you want to see what it looks like on CNN or any of the other apps, open the apps, look at the ads. That's what your ad will look like, except with your artwork, okay? Real simple. It's literally the same as normal advertising. And at this point, people ask me the question, why would Facebook, Instagram, USA Today, CNN, blah, 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 why would they allow our ads to appear on their apps? Are we kind of hijacking it? Are we sneaking around the back corner? Absolutely not. The company Royalty buys over 100 million ads per month, 100 million impressions per month. This is just, again, a small selection of the million that we can appear on. But the point is they buy over 100 million of them a month, and then they resell them to us for us to use with our ad pins. So the reason why they allow us to do it is because they're getting paid for it. It's just a different route. It's just a simpler, easier, it's a delivery mechanism that the other 99% of us can use. Okay, so back to our girl here who's super excited about getting married. She clicks on the ad. We put in where it's going to go to over here. We typed in the URL. That can go to the realtor's Facebook page, his LinkedIn page, his Instagram page, or whatever page he wants, his Keller Williams page, or his EXP page, whatever it happens to be, every holiday maybe, or to a YouTube video, and that's where it goes. But if you remember, I told you that there are 5 parts to the platform. And one of those parts, and probably the biggest part, is your own unlimited websites. You can create your own unlimited websites all within the platform. So the ad pin's gone out there and found someone, attracted people to your business, people you don't know, and driven them to the landing page. Now the landing page has really 3 jobs to do. It's going to kind of let people know what your product is. Okay, in this case, it's explaining what a house is all about. Then we want to try and connect with that person, because that face-to-face interaction that we had once upon a time is going away. Sorry guys, us with grey hair, I have it here, I don't have it here, but I have it here. We used to face-to-face interaction. You watch the kids, everything's here, everybody's buying there, making decisions there, getting opinions there, dating there, everything's being done there. We've got to make our interaction here. So we need our landing page to be able to do that, and if I can, I want to collect their information. This would be a typical landing page. This is something that you can create within the Royalty platform. And just as easy as that ad pin was, you're just typing it in like this is exactly the same. You're just dragging and dropping. No HTML experience, no WordPress skills needed. It's really simple to do. In this particular case, we're going to inform her, picture of the house, some details about the house, maybe some pictures about the house. But now what we want to do is connect. Remember, we've got to connect with this girl. She doesn't know who this guy David Paul is, so why not put a video in there and say, hi, my name's David Paul, welcome to 1100 Hunters Way. Here's the front entrance, the double staircase, here's the kitchen. The granite is awesome, but you need to see the yard. The yard is unreal. It has a pool with like a grotto area in the corner. If you want to arrange a time to come and check it out with me, just fill out the information below and we'll arrange an appointment for you to come and have a look. Pretty innocuous, pretty simple to do, right? Absolutely not. That is the quintessential center of all marketing. I've got her information. Now I've got her information, I can talk to her all the time. Today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. That is the center, epicenter of all marketing, and it's absolutely the epicenter of Royalty. Once you've got that, now I can talk to her appropriately. Don't inundate her, but talk to her appropriately. This is the toolkit. Okay, literally what I'm doing here is I'm importing this image, right? They have a bunch of stock imagery in there, no matter what your industry is, and that's always growing. But I can import that image, I get large image, I drag it across there. That's it. The video, I put in a YouTube video, I pick that up, drag it across, put it there. It's literally as simple as that. It's for the other 99% of us. And even if that's too hard for you, there's a little guy down here when you click on that, you get to Canadian support. They're going to basically be on Zoom with you on the screen. You'll see a face come up, you can share screens with you, and they'll help you walk you through it. Remember, it's the other 99% of us who don't know how to do this. Okay, so we attracted people here with people we don't know. We've sent them to the landing page, we've connected to them, we've got the information and everything. Now we need to keep that information somewhere, which is here. This is a CRM database. We all know what a CRM is. We all know what a database is. Nothing special about it other than the fact that it's already integrated. There's no API needed, there's no special connection needed. It's already there, it's already in the platform. That being said, it's going to do everything a CRM would do. It's going to remind you when to call Maridel, it's going to remind you when to email her, it's going to keep track of everything, but what it's also going to do is trigger the email campaigns. We've got email campaigns in this platform. The email campaign is just one of the ways that we can now stay in touch with Maridel. Remember, I've got her information now. You, by the way, you wait until I've got her email address. You wait until you can hear what AI does in a second. We heard about this yesterday. This is mind-blowing. I'll tell you about it in just a second. But the email campaigns, as well as other methods, is the way we're going to stay in touch with this girl. And we're talking, they could be two-liners, real simple emails, or they can be beautiful. They're as beautiful as the landing pages. You can make them coupons, you can make them informational, you can make them educational, all sorts of stuff that's basically going to David Poole can communicate with this girl, give her everything that she needs to learn about buying a house and asking for nothing in return. That's going to build a relationship, it's going to build the trust, and it's going to basically give you the opportunity to do what you do. Your job is to sell it. This is not going to sell it for you, this is marketing. Marketing and sales are as far apart as you can ever imagine. Remember, marketing is one department in a corporation, sales is the other. If marketing do their job right, sales don't have a job. They're just literally taking orders, but they still need to do what they need to do over here. But the sales part is very much your part. This is just going to make sure you are in front of them when they're ready to order. You need to do your part after that. This could be the first email that goes out. So she saw the ad, she went to the landing page, thought, wow, this is great, yeah, I'd like to look around it. She filled out the information. That information triggered this email. Thank you, Maridel, for getting in touch to arrange a tour of 1100 Hunters Way. Click on the link below and you'll get access to my Calendly and we can make an appointment. They could just as easily say, give me a call, 214-766-1234 or whatever. We can make an appointment. But here's what's important. This is the first time David has heard from this girl. All of that activity has gone on passively to you. You haven't had to be at a networking event. You haven't had to be at some kind of thing to meet this girl. No, the pin found her, attracted her to the landing page, warmed her up, got her ready to talk to you, and now this is how you hear about it. But also, this is even more important. For her, there's another 49, 50 other people who also want to have a look at this house. They're also asking for a tour. They're also giving you their email address. Now, he's going to sell that house to one person, but now he's got another 49 to talk to. So we're constantly building that list. That's what's so important. Second email might be something about him. Again, that video, hey, this is me. This is why you should use me. I've been a realtor for 25 years. I specialize in houses like this. This is my wife. This is my kids. This is the church I go to. I go fishing in Alaska. Here's me playing the piano. Whatever it is to endear himself to this girl, right? That could be something there. Maybe the third one is about other houses, similar price, similar number of bedrooms, maybe recommendations on loan officers, on title companies, cleaning companies, landscaping companies. He's giving this stuff all away for free, so she wants to use him. You'll notice that I missed this part out. That's because this was launched about 3 months ago. As much as this goes out and talks to people who you don't know, this talks to all the people who you do know, the people who hopefully know, love, and trust you. Hold on, I missed a screen there. Let me go back. There it is. It's going to go out to people who you know, love, and trust. It's going to talk to all those people who are on your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your Twitter page. And this is a dream for someone like myself who's in network marketing. In network marketing, we are taught to draw up a list of friends and family and try to sell them our products. That is weird, it's awkward, and that's the reason why most network marketers fail. The irony is our friends and family actually want to give us their business, but when we approach them, it's awkward. If they approach us, it's awesome. That's what this does. Basically what we can do now is if you post on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter through the royalty platform, the post that you created isn't just a post anymore. It's now a fully fledged Facebook ad to your friends. So I'm posting about my breakfast, I'm posting about the wedding I went to, I'm posting about, some vacation or whatever, but every 12th, 15th, maybe 20th post, I should be posting something about my business. I should be posting something about electricity. He should be posting something about his open house, because again, our friends and family buy houses, they buy electricity, they'd like to give us the business, but the point is that because they're seeing and learning from it via social media and not from me vomiting all over them about why they should buy my product, they now can make the decision to come to me, and this is where most of my business comes from. For all those ad pins that are out there, which are awesome, most of my business comes from people on Facebook who are being, hey, Rich, I'm moving in a couple of months, I'm going to need some electricity, can you have a look at it for me? Because they're just gently, nicely reminded, doesn't seem like a big deal, but because they're calling me, rather than me calling them, it makes all the difference, and that's what this is doing. It's a big deal. If you know network marketing people, they need to see this, but when they click on the ad, it takes them to the landing page. It's a fully functional Facebook page. Okay, so now we can warm up our friends and family as to the products that we do or the services that we offer. It could be a restaurant, could be a roofer, could be an electrician, and whatever your businesses happen to be. Okay, so to summarize, me and my 30 pounds ago friend here summarize for you real quick. We got this is going to go out and find people who you don't know. This is going to talk to all the people you do know. It's going to drive traffic to your unlimited landing pages. So this girl over here, who at some point is going to buy, whether it's a day, whether it's a week, whether it's 6 months, a year from now, Because of this cycle, we are in front of her when she's ready to buy. And that's the most important part. That's what makes us different from being a one-man band, one-woman band who are constantly hunting for that sale today. Now we're behaving like the big companies. But this is the measure of success of the royalty platform, not the number of sales you get. That's your job. This is the measure of success. What this is doing is basically all of those emails and that information you're collecting over time is building your database from 5 people, 10 people, 20 people. Maybe a year from now it's 1,723 people. 5 years from now it's, I don't know, 9,433 people in your database who have at some point connected with you because they're interested in your product. One email to those people is going to get you sales. And that's the point. The larger your database, the richer you'll be. So that is the measure of your success. That's what it's all about. So don't sign up for royalty and think you're going to get a bunch of sales tomorrow. It's all about maturing and building a list over months. Oh, this is definitely a 12-month commitment, but this is what's going to turn you from a one-man band into a larger business that you can at least forecast. We measure all our results with Google Analytics. We can see how many people have looked at our ad, the number of people who've clicked on it. We can see the age, the gender, the device that are on. The location they were in, so that when we create our ads, we can specify what age we want to hit. This is great for insurance people, because some people just want to talk to the 55-year-olds. A Mary Kay girl who's selling makeup for teenagers, 18 to 24-year-old females. Key interests could be, I don't know, other makeup companies, certain pop stars, all this stuff. You'd be really targeted with your advanced advertising. Basically, if you have one of these, you literally in your pocket have your own digital marketing ad agency. And this is the part that's really, really awesome. The artificial intelligence, this is already great. This has already allowed 99% of us to now market like the big boys. This is now making it even simpler. November the 23rd, artificial intelligence was launched. Prior to this date, when you got started, you just put in your name and address and you were started, you were a customer. If you wanted to then, what you can do now, after November the 23rd, you write in your details, name and company, but answer some questions about your company. So now, when you open up your campaign to build your campaign, Mr. Artificial Intelligence here will look at the questions you answered. He will go out to the internet and find all the pictures, blogs, vlogs, social content, everything that people are already clicking on, stuff that's already successful as imagery for your particular industry, pull it in and auto-populate your landing page for you, and it'll give you ideas for ads, for social content, some tips and tricks for your blogs and your email. It'll do it all for you. So not only is it no longer a blank sheet, it's like color by numbers. No, it's coloring it in for you as well. That is unbelievable. But here's what was also, as of yesterday, this is really awesome as well. Just as part of the database, the artificial intelligence has now been designed such that when you attract some information, very often they'll just give you an email address. Or maybe you have a business card with just some email addresses and this stuff and a phone number. What the artificial intelligence will do now is everybody who has a CRM within royalty, the artificial intelligence will look at that email address for you and go out to the internet and find everything about them. Their Facebook, their LinkedIn, which school they went to, photographs, phone numbers, everything. If it's public, the artificial intelligence finds it. You don't even have to ask it to do it. It just does it for you. And it'll send you an email saying, updated Joe Smith. And you go back there and you find photographs of him, a phone number, which school he went to, and all of this stuff. If you're an insurance guy, that's incredible. Anybody who wants to market, the more information you've got about them, the better. But if you've only been able to get an email because people don't like giving their phone number, very often their phone number's public somewhere. AI will go and find it for you. That is mind-blowing. It was already mind-blowing before that. That is absolutely incredible. How am I doing for time?
You probably got about 10 minutes. Let me see.
Okay,
7 or 8 minutes.
cool. All right, a couple of real quick applications here. And you just want me to talk about the application, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. Couple of realtor applications, just to give you some ideas, obviously depending on what you do. If he's got an open house, he's going to want to track people who he doesn't know. So drop a pin right over the top of the house and do maybe a 3-mile circle. I'd also, by the way, if it's this house, that's probably a couple of $1 million home, I'd probably put a pin right over an area where there's other couple of $1 million homes. People are looking to buy or sell, their houses. Also, why not drop a pin right over the airport? What are people doing while they're waiting for their plane? Sit and look at their phones. Also, you can talk to everybody who you do know and let them know there's an open house. This is, a very specific application, but it may apply to you. There are hundreds of companies moving from California to Texas. Hundreds of them. McKesson is moving over. I just heard that Uber is moving over here. That's thousands of people. Boy, I would like to be the realtor to get those people, right? Well, you can with this technology. You can create this ad, nice picture of yourself. David Paul, DFW Realtor and relocation expert. What you can do now is open up that map, scroll across to San Francisco, go to the McKesson Corp campus. There's thousands of employees there. Drop a pin right over the top of the campus. And the people in there who are on their various devices looking at Facebook or whatever they happen to look, they can see your ad. That's a little scary how targeted that is, because they are a McKesson Corp employee and they are relocating to Dallas. That is freaky. Who else would also want to be talking to people before they move over here, so you catch them before your competitors do? Well, obviously your mortgage company, title companies, moving companies, landscaping companies, cleaning companies, all of these people can be advertising to people before they get here. Who'd have thought a dentist in Dallas would be advertising in San Francisco or California, where Uber are? Of course they're going to need a new dentist. They also need a new vet. Wherever you go, you're going to need something new. So you can be advertising proactively. This is how you can get prospects without them even knowing they're prospects. There's a bunch of people who live in apartment complexes who have no idea that their $1,600 rent could actually buy them a house. They just don't know it. So tell them, drop a pin right over Lexington Apartments and say, Lexington residents, did you know your $1,600 rent could buy a house like this? If you're a mortgage guy, you could say, Lexington residents, your 617 score can get you a mortgage to buy you a house like this. Now you've got people who are living here or maybe just about to have a baby, or they're just looking to kind of, want to get somewhere bigger than an apartment. Now you created prospects that didn't even know they were prospects. There's lots and lots of things. You've got realtors, obviously. Roofers can storm chase. If there's a hailstorm going over here, drop a pin over there. My son is in a band in Nashville. He drops pins over his future venues. When they click on it and go to his landing page, he offers free music, but he needs to know where to send it. So what does he get? He gets their email address. So now, bless his little cotton socks, my long-haired, bearded, 23-year-old drummer is now promoting his business like a record company. He doesn't need a record company. He's got an ever-growing list of emails of people who want to see his band, because his band rocks, whatever it is. That sounds so odd. Network marketers, again, turning that conversation around. If you know anybody who's network marketing, they have to have this platform. It's a dream, trust me. Because network marketing is actually a good business. It's just not good because it's awkward, because your friends and family try to sell to you. If you can get rid of that, then it becomes a really good business again. Restaurants, as I say, I used to have Dickie's Barbecue restaurants. I would promote events, menus, great for hiring. I could put a circle right over the top of my restaurant about 3 miles out, and now I've got kids looking at their phones, looking for a job. I could drop a pin right over SMU. They're looking for more beer money. Again, churches, outreach for industry, charities, schools, again, insurance agents, anybody that's looking for more customers, which I'm assuming is everybody in the room can use this. Okay, so this is pricing. The first package here is $87 a month. Gets you unlimited websites. Again, if you've ever had a website made for you, you're usually going to get charged about $500 plus. In fact, we've got someone here who does it. And there'll be $1,000, $1,500 but that's an amazing website, of course, but you have unlimited websites here. You can drag and drop and create your own website. So you get 10,000 marketing emails in your email campaigns. You have 3 AI marketing campaigns, 3 campaigns that you can have AI build for you. You also get unlimited social marketing. You also get one of those ad pins, okay? If you want any more ad pins, these are the prices you can buy down here to get more ad pins. I really like the ad pins because I'm hyper targeted. I go right over the top of apartment complexes and I go half a mile radius and I'm talking to Lexington Apartments, I'm talking to Hyde Park residents. I really like those hyper targeted approaches. So I actually have 6 pins. 167 is just more of the same. It's 5 AI marketing campaigns, again, unlimited websites, 50,000 marketing emails. Again, you get 1 pin. On this one here, by the way, you get a $25 credit towards the purchases of impressions on your ad pin. On here, you get a $50 credit with your 1 pin here. And on this one over here, you get 10 marketing campaigns, unlimited websites, 100,000 marketing emails, against unlimited social marketing. Again, you get a pin with that, and you get a $100 credit towards that. If you want to add more pins to it, just select any of these packages and you can do that. This would be a good start. This is kind of what I started with, because I think you need to be able to A/B test. That was my ad for my energy company to begin with. I don't know, I'm not a marketing, anybody in here, by the way, a 4-year marketing college person? Right, no, nor am I. So I thought that was a good ad. I see ads in magazines and I thought, well, it looks like a good picture, save hundreds of dollars on your energy bills. Watching the clicks on that was while watching paint dry. But I didn't know why. I thought Facebook advertising doesn't work. I thought, oh, royalty doesn't work. No. Obviously Facebook works. Obviously YouTube works. Obviously Google works. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. If anybody says to you, oh, I tried Facebook advertising and it didn't work, it's not because advertising didn't work. There's a clue as to why it didn't work, and maybe this will suggest why that is. Because when I put this ad together, that was one pin, that was another pin. I put them both over the Lexington apartments. That one outperformed that one 10 to 1. Okay, and there's a number of different reasons why. The first and main one is obviously you need to have an extremely attractive model in your ads. Actually, no, it's that. They saw their apartment in the ad. They'd been like, what is my apartment doing on CNN or on Facebook or whatever it happens to be? That got 10 to 1 the responses that this one did. But the thing is, I knew that within 2 days. I ditched that ad. And now I split tested this one. I would hit high energy bills, but I'd also sick and tired of your current energy provider. I got a kind of an even mix there. But I can split test with that. So I'm suggesting that's why, if this is something you want to just get started with, rather than going with this one, which is the one I have, at least do that. Get yourself a couple of pins. Okay, and this is basically what Dallas looks like for me. That's my pins. Right now, while I'm talking to you, those ads are putting my ads of me standing outside the various apartment complexes right now, constantly, month by month by month, while I'm talking to you passively. All right, so that's it. Royalty platform using artificial intelligence, a simple way to market your business for the other 99% of us, so we don't have to be doing that anymore. We've got much more one of those. We're building a farm. We're building something that's going to feed us month after month after month, and we can now scale our business. And we're going to do a little bit of hustling still. We're always going to be hustling. But that's it. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
So let's open it up for questions. Anybody have, we'll take a few minutes here on questions because we want to cover another topic yet. So anybody have any questions from what they saw?
Yeah, when you said the the first package, and it's 10, I think you said 10,000.
Yeah, impressions.
Yeah, so it's seen by 10,000. The ad appears 10,000 times, right?
Correct, guaranteed.
Okay.
So on that 10,000, on that one pin, you're guaranteed to get 10,000 people look at it, not 10,000 people click on it.
No.
Because again, your ad may not be good.
Okay.
But if it's good, then you could get more than 10,000.
Yeah.
So that's minimum. The 10,000 is minimum.
Okay.
I have quite a few questions. Number one, how are pins counted?
I don't
Does a
understand.
single pin on a map counts as a single pin, right?
Correct. Yes. So if I have one
1,000
apartment.
pins, it's a lot of
5,000.
pins.
So one pin is 5,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. So one pin. There's pins and impressions. Okay. So we've got one pin that can have 10,000 impressions attached to it. So if I put that pin over the Lexington apartments, I know that 10,000 people will look, or that ad will be looked at 10,000 times. Does that make sense?
Well, it does, but it seems then that your 10,000 will be chewed up very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. So buy more. That's my point. That's why it's only $87. I mean, if you've ever done any Facebook advertising, there are people spending thousands on this.
Oh, yeah.
But for me,
Well,
here's the way around that. Just to kind of is to hyper target. You see, when I'm going over an apartment complex, how many phones are there of people who are making a decision in that apartment complex? 300 to 500. So if they get 10,000 views, I've got 300 to 500 people seeing it 3 to 4 times in a month because I'm hyper target. If you go over 500 miles and it's 10,000 people, yeah, I mean it's just like, throwing it in the wind. So be strategic.
okay. Does the app sync across devices? I use an iPad, an iPhone, my wife has an iPhone.
Yes,
So whatever you're doing, it
Yes,
syncs across with your login.
correct.
Can
and that.
you import into the CRM?
Yes.
What about, I already have a WordPress website.
Mhm.
Does Royalty have a plugin so that I can also interact with Royalty with my own website?
You don't need to. All you could do is use the web pages as gateways into that one. just with a button. You
Yeah,
know,
you just
to-
link it, just link it.
And the other thing is, like, you know, you're sort of focusing on the admin. This is a full comprehensive marketing platform. The admin is just 1/5 of what that is.
Right.
Well, I understand that. What I didn't quite get was when does it trigger that you have to purchase another 10,000 pins?
No, you'll
No,
just
Impressions, not
No,
pins.
More impressions?
yeah, you'll use 10,000 in a month, and it'll just distribute them throughout the month. You make the decision if you want any more. If you buy 50,000, you'll get 50,000 impressions as well.
Yeah, you can
It
add more.
resets every month,
I
so
would
every
need
month
to-
you get the 10,000. So it resets for your $87,
Right.
it resets.
It won't use them all up in one day, and then you're like, well, what's it gonna do the
Well,
other
that's
29
what I-
days?
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
no, they'll
trying to
pace it out
understand.
for the month.
And the other thing is the CRM unique to me?
I covered that, okay.
In other words, people respond and put their email and name into my ad, and it goes into my CRM. Is that
Yes,
CRM
that's yours.
unique to me? It's not
Yes.
shared out with
Nope.
anyone
Right.
else?
Correct.
It's yours.
Okay.
I'd need to do a precise calculation because I use social media and stuff all the time.
Right.
And I spend a lot of money advertising.
Right.
But that initially looks like, as I said, that's why I say I need to check the figures, but it looks to me like a better deal than going directly with Facebook
Correct.
and the others, because I spent $1,500 last month on a show I was doing, on Facebook, and I didn't get that many impressions. So it looks to me initially that the royalty company get a better deal when they buy millions in one go. Obviously, they mark it up, they make money, that's how they work,
Mhm.
but it still possibly looks like it's less than it would have been if I'd gone directly.
Yes, and
myself.
also you're not restricted to Facebook.
No, exactly.
You see, you just did Facebook.
Exactly.
people
I
are
did
looking
them
at
I
it.
did them all individually.
Right.
But on the initial look at that
Right.
looks like they get a better deal by buying in mass.
Yeah.
Still mark it up, make a profit, of course,
Mhm.
but still the end user gets a better deal
Yeah.
per click, per impression than
Yeah.
it would have been if you just done it yourself.
Right. Plus, you
Which
can
makes it a
also.
no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can also be doing more testing as well, because it's really scary doing one ad that's out there because you think you've done a great ad, but there's no knowing. That's why the Richards Group charged millions of dollars to create a particular ad or a particular logo, because they've tested 100 that didn't work to find the one that does work. So with something like yourself, we all have the kind of the little bit of an ego in ourselves to say, yeah, this is a great ad, like the one I did online over here. But you don't know. I mean, there was one, I won't take up too much time, there was one ad that was put out one time by mistake. There were two ads that were put out. One was with stick figures, because they were just doing like a storyboard of what the ad could look like. They didn't know that it wasn't supposed to go out. But that one went out, plus the original went out, with a nice photograph in it of this nice family. The one with the stick figures got more responses than the one with the full photograph in it. Who would have known? I wouldn't have known that. I thought, man, looks like nothing. But people were like, I guess they're thinking, what the hell are stick figures doing in there, and clicking, whatever it is, who knows? So the ability to test is awesome.
Well, let's give Richard a hand here.
You know, thank you very much.
So I wanted to go on to a couple other quick little things here. As I said, we are going to be, I don't have enough to hand out. I don't know if you,
I do not have any more.
okay.
Yes.
So
Go ahead.
anyways,
I
but
have
you can
one
share them,
extra.
whatever. This is basically a little something about the royalty
Oh,
platform.
I'm sorry.
And basically, we are offering the royalty exactly, we can't change it, it's exactly what it is. What we are doing is adding to it as far as if you want somebody to actually manage it for you. So we have the Expanse Power Group networking. I'm not going to go into that right now, that'd be a separate conversation. But I'm just sharing this with you, some of the royalty support that we are doing. So I want to change the subject here to the upcoming agenda. So I don't have these to really hand out because of bad printing on my part. But we're going to be holding events and training here every Thursday, 3:30 to 4:30. And so we will have, like he was talking about the email campaign, we're going to go ahead and have a training on how to utilize that email campaign plus other email campaigns like MailChimp, whatever. But we're going to be focusing on the royalty aspect. The CRM, we're going to be doing training on the CRM. We're going to be doing training on how to utilize and create the website and landing pages. We're going to be doing all of that. We're also going to be doing videos here. Okay? Bobby Tillman, and I want to turn the floor over to Martin Lucas here in just a second, because he's also going to be part of what we're going to offer here. And Martin, because you do YouTube, you're specializing in YouTube video production, sort of. Explain. I'm not. Anything further I say is going to be messed up. So we'll let Martin take it from here.
Okay, good afternoon everybody. My name is Martin Lucas, voted by Sir Elton John as the World Piano Man 2002, 5th Phantom of the Opera, West End producer in London, you'll know about the West End, and I'm a philanthropist now. I'm semi-retired, but I do it for others. I came to America 2 years ago to marry a local lady, discovered that one end of the street is a billionaire, other end of the street there's somebody with great need. So I got myself involved in the Lions Club and the Rotary Club. I joined those and I decided to put on a tour across America to raise money for local disabled children and all the causes supported by those societies. So I hire out theatres and stadiums. It's going to finale at the American Airlines Stadium, and that night we'll make $1 million in one night for the Lions Club. So I'm doing this all over America. Just last week I was with Christine and her partner up in Sherman as part of the $1 Million tour. It's all over the place. So as well as putting on my stage events and doing those shows, I'm also a professional YouTuber. I work with 200 of the best YouTube guys in the world with millions of subscribers and millions of views. In fact, a friend of mine who I launched on YouTube just 3 months ago, Roy Ponder, is already monetized. He's earned $2,000 in YouTube ads already. By the end of this year, he'll be a millionaire on YouTube ads alone. YouTube is the future. 85% now of all viewing is done online, and 95% of that is done through YouTube. YouTube is a search engine owned by Google. They're the same thing. 99% of people that make YouTube videos get it wrong because they make a video for themselves, what they think is good, and nobody wants to watch it and they wonder why 4 people viewed it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be working with Rick, we'll explain that in future meetings, but right now I'm going to give you completely for free a package worth $1,000, and that really is $1,000 because it's my time in my studio. I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to give one of you this completely for free. So get your mobile phones out. And this is just a gift to you today, Rick, for doing this thing. So hopefully your guests are going to appreciate this. Okay, so I'm going to ask you in a couple of seconds' time to text the word Lucas to the number 888-111. So go in your 2 box and write the number 888-111. That's a phone number, right? And you're going to text to that number 888-111. You're going to text the word Lucas, which is my name, Lucas. So you're texting Lucas the word to that number. Okay? Alright, brilliant. Now one of you now, I'm just going to randomly pick it out and I'm going to invite you to my studio. This is my studio here back in my house. It's a full recording studio, full video suite, you know, $1 million worth of equipment in here. This is a proper state-of-the-art thing. And I'm going to spend a few hours with you completely free of charge and make you your very first, this is for you, for Rick, for this little gift to you all, your first YouTube video and create your channel, free of charge. You're going to come around my house, I'm going to video you, you're going to talk to the world about who you are, what you do, you're going to write a soundtrack, original music with my piano and everything else I've got there, and then I'm going to optimize your YouTube channel, I'm going to do it, post it, publish it, done. You walk away with your first channel, your first YouTube video completely for free. I'm going to encourage you to go away and repeat the process for free, like Richard was saying, you can use your phone, okay? Of course, many YouTube professionals use better than their phones. They have this sort of equipment, but you don't have to. You can be successful and be a millionaire on YouTube on your phone. There are kids doing it right now from their bedrooms and they're 12 years old. Right? Their parents hold the money, of course, until they're 18. But one of you is going to have that now. So I'm going. You've all texted me. So I've now got everyone's text, just like you're saying. I can market the hell out of you. And annoy you to crazy stuff. So let me go into here now. Let me just see who did it.
Hey, I got one question. Do you guys both drink warm beer?
Yes. That's not fizzy, proper ale. I'm from Cornwall, mate.
Oh, my family's all from that area.
Yeah, you're from North, aren't you?
I'm Cambridge.
Cambridge, okay. You're posh then, right?
Yeah, they see.
Okay, so let's see if anybody did that. Has anybody sent the text yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay. Alright, let me just pick one random one. So I'm going to my text numbers, text words, Lucas, there we go.
And Martin did that this morning with a NetWeavers group in
Yeah.
Allen, and the guy called me today and he said, I am so excited. I won this morning with Martin Lucas and I cannot wait to work with him. He is just over the top excited about it.
I'm really happy to help.
And Robert Clever.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he is all stoked about it. So Martin, you're stuck with me again because that's one of my clients.
Alright. Who needs a YouTube channel? Who really needs?
Everybody needs.
Tell me your story. What is it you do?
I have a youth success center. We teach courses to business people to show them how to accelerate their businesses. Also, I produce networking groups throughout the Metroplex.
So a question for you would be how to grow your business, right? Okay. Can I just, have I got a minute to give it this little tip?
Yeah.
Right. Best, and I'm going to pick up this person. The best thing you can do, I'm sure Richard's going to agree with me. If you go onto Google today and you typed in how to be successful in business, you can see how many people today wrote that in Google, and it'll probably be 1 million or so. So that's a good question, right? People are searching that question right now. So you create a video in the title, how to be successful in business, rather than something you might have put yourself. You're answering a question. I guarantee within minutes of you producing that video and uploading it, if you then go into Google and type that question, it'll appear. So people are now typing in how to be successful in business, and your video populates, okay? YouTube want everyone to be successful. People say to me, oh yeah, you did a video, did 54,000 views, I did 2.1 million on a Facebook post I did. Yeah, but you're an entertainer, you're the world piano man, everyone knows who you are. No, not at all. In fact, it's easy for you because more people would probably ask how to be successful in business than they would be Martin Luther King Phantom of the Opera, right? It's a question people need an answer to. So, in fact, everyone has the same level playing field, and YouTube want everyone to be successful because they need new content. I could talk on this for hours, we'll do it another time.
Yeah.
We've run out of time. So I'll pick one now, a randomly one, and then I'll text you back, and you come to my studio, and we'll make you a free video, okay?
Now, having said that, we are going to be adjourning from this room, and feel free to mingle around out here, and we're going to have the Cowboy Rita and whatever else they're doing out here at that counter. Bottom line is that it's a little bit of networking over the next hour, so if you want to talk to Richard, talk to Martin, talk to Christy or myself, or each other, we'll be happy to answer any questions. As I said, this sheet that I handed out, this is sort of like part of the support behind. We're offering more support, so it's not just a self-help tool. You can take it to the next level. And so Christine Dean, we didn't have time to really get her involved, but she's also going to be part of the support potentially as we go forward. And Bobby Tillman, we're going to probably be doing videos also here. So
Everybody
video
does want to have a
commercials.
video.
Yes.
You want to have a video on your landing page because you will get ranked higher with Google if you have a video. Whether it's you speaking or whether it's a whiteboard animation video, you want to have one.
Even your Facebook ads video is the way to go.
So please, if you haven't signed in, please sign in. And again, there's a cost to this whole venue. So if you haven't contributed
It's
to
a
$5,
lot of money. It's
$5. So
Who just got the text? One of you, randomly text one of you. Win.
Me?
Congratulations, sir. You've won. There you go. All right, there's my number.
Okay.
You have a free session in my studio.
and like I said, we're going to adjourn and we're going to go on out there, and we are still going to be here for a while. And if anybody wants a little tour of the place, either myself or I'll have Jonathan give you a tour.